For this scramble, we have L60, which is also even parity. For this case, even parity, in my case at least, means that you have to keep this L on the bottom left, like this. For the first block, I also planned that the two corners are going to be here in the front, but flipped incorrectly, and the edge will be here on the left. We can also predict that the black-blue edge will be here on the right at the end of the first block. So we're just going to solve it like this, 2 slices into scallop kite, and then finish it off like this. After that, you can solve the first block by doing something like this. So pairing the edge to one corner, you bring up the other corner, and you just pair them here. You can look ahead the second block pieces in a very simple way here, and we can just pair the headlights like that. You bring down the black-blue edge like this, while at the same time pairing the black-orange with the black-orange-blue corner, M2, and then insert. After that, we're gonna be left with a very nice PL+1, which is gonna be 7 slices, and it works like this. And the cube is solved.
Okay, third scramble, we have this cube shape, and I really don't like it. It's one of my least favorite cube shapes, but actually the CSP is pretty good, and yeah, the solution's gonna be pretty easy, so actually I don't think I mind it too much. As for choosing my first block, it's kind of difficult. Nothing really stands out to me. If I'm not wrong, I think all the first block corners are going to be in the top, which really sucks. Okay, it's kind of hard here, but I think I might do blue because I know at least one of the blue edge is going to stay in the bottom, and it's going to be on DL, yeah, bottom left, yeah, like over here. Which is not great, it's not ideal, but I'll work with it. And then I also know this corner is going to end up UFR spot, and then this one will end up over here. Okay, so this is actually a pretty terrible first block. So we're going to have like hammerhead style like first block corners on the top, like where the two first block colors are like looking away from each other. It'll make sense. But yeah, we'll go into it, and yeah, edge here. So this is what I mean. Yeah, all my second block colors, first block colors are, first block corners are in the top, which sucks. But yeah, we're doing blue, and these like, the blue is like facing away from each other, so I'm gonna call that a hammerhead shark kind of thing. So anyways, D, U prime, I'll pair these two, and then like that. Next, pretty bad second block. I don't even know. Oh. Yeah, so it's a 5 slice second block optimally. And I think I can do RSB here. If I bring down this edge, it'll come down to here when I do that, and then when I do slice, it'll be paired up here, so that when I can do M2, and then I can solve second block and get me an OPL+1. And here's another 7 slicer, one of the new ones that I learned. I'm just hoping I'm not messing it up. Yeah, there you go.
So here I traced odd, which for me means that the 4 edges that I'm going to pair with the L need to be paired in front. So we'll do it like that. And then go to scallop kite and just solve that like that. I notice these get paired up, so I'd probably just go for that block like so. Then I'm going to do M2 to put this edge down for spec anyway, and I notice this edge will get solved at the end. So we do that, and then we can go immediately into this very nice PL+1. So that would have been a pretty good solve for me.
Okay, so for solve 3, I can see that when I bring this 4 up to connect with the L and then slice again, this orange edge will move over here, and then this corner will move up there, so it'll pair up, so I'll have an orange block to work with. Okay, I saw that wrong, so it's not actually going to pair up. So I just finish off cube shape, and then right away I see this orange first block I can do, just like that. And then for the second block, I can solve it like this. And then that just leaves me with this 6 slice PL plus 1.
Now, onto the third solve. You have this cube shape, which is fairly easy, just one slice to, choose slices to scallop kite. And so for the first block is quite interesting in my opinion, because you have the adjacent corners on the top, but they're not headlights. So you just pair them with the back corner. Then you split it up, so you have something on the top and something else on the bottom. It doesn't really matter if it's the corner or the edge, it's not that important. So you just bring it back down, and you have the block. And now, so for the second block, I got, in my opinion, pretty lucky, because just you have one slice into this case, which is another slice into this one, and you just insert. Now you have this PLL plus 1, just add lights, and then this kind of J-perm there, but there's the wrong edge here. So it's just a J-perm like alg with just some misalignment. Nice 6 slicer.
For this scramble, I'd trace like this. I traced even. So for even, it's already in the slicing position. So slice, and then just do scallop kite, and then solve it. Okay, here, there's this block, and the corners here. So 2 slices to solve it like that. Probably some fancy thing you can do with influencing this, this edge here, but not going to worry about it. And then here, for spec, it's just basically M2 spam, so this odd slice is just M2, U, M2, U, and then here, kind of a bad situation because I don't know OPL plus 1, so I just do slice, U2, M2, U2, and then I get this pretty nice PL plus 1, which is just
okay, this is the scramble number 3. I saw the cube shape 6L, so I formed the 5-1, and next formed the scallop kite. I put on the back and solve in this way. Next, I noticed the first block. It was the orange, so I did in this way and form on the back. Next, put on the bottom, and next form the second block. The second block was red. I saw the corner was on the back, so I form on the front. Next, separate the edge, put together with an M2, and next solve with this edge, all the bottom face. Next, I did the CPI plus DF in this way, and next the C-perm.
So third scramble was this one, so I flipped around to trace it and traced even, but obviously I put it back how it was to execute it. So when it's, for me, it's even is when I bring this up and keep this here. So I did cube shape, and as I was doing cube shape, I noticed, obviously, like as I finished cube shape, I noticed this block here. The first thing I noticed, I know there's a few things like this block that are a bit more efficient, that I could have done blue. But the first thing I saw as I finished cube shape was this orange-white, which I ended up doing. Now here is kind of one of my usual inefficiencies, so I placed the block here, and I hadn't, well, I saw these red pieces, and I could have executed it like this, which would have been a bit faster. Instead, what I did was place the edge piece here and paired these two up, because I didn't go look for this corner. Then I paired the whole thing up, and when I sliced down, I made sure to not bring this down so it was in the wrong spot. And then instead I entered the correct DB edge, which was this one, and then PR +1 and ADF.
So this is the fourth scramble, pair and 6. I traced even on this, which means you take out the, you separate it here at the rightmost two. I can do it from here just by doing a slice, or I can do it from here. I think this one works a little better for me ergonomically, so I'm just going to pair it like that. Oh, sorry. Make scalp cut like that. And that, and I see this big orange block in front, and I notice this order in the back, so I can just send that up, bring it in front, and bring it back to make the block. Then next I have these three, and another thing is I use spec because I haven't learned the odd slice PL+1 algs yet, and I don't like doing even slice into bar flip, so I'm going to solve this in an odd number of slices. So the way to do that is to pair these two up, then pair these two up, and then send it down. I also noticed that this edge became solved, so I'll just quickly do a D2, and then this 8 slice PL+1.